Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the largest crypto channel in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in cryptocurrency. If you like money and you like crypto, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Recently, someone asked me, they said, why do you say the largest crypto channel in all the interwebs? It's because we're the largest crypto channel in all the interwebs. Worked hard to get here. But thank you to the Bit Squad for getting us here, obviously. But today we're going to be talking about Chainlink. I teased this a little bit earlier today, which, by the way, my kids are playing ninjas upstairs. So you may hear some chopping. But I teased this earlier today because Chainlink for a long time was a project that I believe would be able to get into the top 3 in all cryptocurrency. Chainlink was the hottest project between the end of 2018 and pretty much all the way through the fall of 2020. Now, as we move to 2021 and it topped out about $36, a lot of people seem to have lost their bullishness on it. So in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about a few things you may not know about Chainlink, some things that kind of led, in a large part to its success. And, it kind of creates a dangerous proposition for Chainlink, but I don't think we have anything to worry about. But I'm also going to be giving you guys the secret reason that nobody knows. I guess somebody knew because they told me about it, but very few people know what's going on in the world of Chainlink and why I believe that Chainlink is going to moon this week in a few days. So let's go back. What is Chainlink? Well, Chainlink is a blockchain oracles project. The whole idea of an oracle is to take something that is off-chain and move it on-chain. So like prices or, scores from sporting events, things that are not on blockchain, be able to work with data feeds to be able to move them into blockchain so everything is automated and works with smart contracts. Here's a better way to look at it. Basically, any business that is not on blockchain in the future could use something like Chainlink in order to get all of their data on blockchain. So that's what an Oracle project is. There are other Oracle projects out there. Band Protocol, another one that I like pretty well. AP13. There's a lot of projects out there, or API 13, I think. I can't remember which it is now. A lot of projects out there are working on Oracle solutions, and this is a big way that we're going to bring mainstream adoption. This is how you know we're not even close to adoption yet. We're still having to figure out how to get companies that aren't on blockchain. Once all of that has been done, then you know we're much closer to that point. But Chainlink works to do this. Now, Chainlink has a very fierce army of supporters, specifically, not the army, but the Marines, the Chainlink Marines. Early on, I had some issues with the Chainlink Marines. We used to go back and forth a little bit. But now, I feel like we're all on the same page. We all believe that Chainlink is going to continue to do really well. And I've said I believe that Chainlink can move all the way up to the number 3 cryptocurrency. You may be saying, well, that's crazy. I mean, you've got Cardano and you've got Polkadot and Binance Coin. Well, if you look at those 3 coins, they're all competitors with Ethereum, which means they're going to be occupying the same space. It makes more sense to me to have a third coin that's in a totally different niche than smart contracts and also store value like Bitcoin to become the number 3 overall crypto. So I do believe Chainlink still has that opportunity, but a lot of the passion from the Link Marines, a lot of the passion has died down recently. We talked about some of the hardcore, and we talked about this last year, some of the hardcore Link Marines were actually intentionally running FUD campaigns to keep the excitement down in order to stack their bags. And we said it was going to happen at Christmas time, and then what did we get? The day before Christmas, we got an article written that was totally FUD saying Chainlink is the next, focus of the SEC after XRP. And, that didn't come to fruition. That's not going to come to fruition in my opinion. But the fact is, they worked really hard to FUD the price and to lower the excitement level. And they've done a pretty good job of it. Now, one thing you may not know about Chainlink is early on in the days of Chainlink, I actually made a review video of Chainlink in 2018, which if you go watch it, it was actually pretty good if you can stomach my early videos when I didn't know what I was doing. Because I talked about the fact that really for Chainlink to make a lot of progress, they had to drastically increase their social media presence because they had virtually none at that point. Their social media was just terrible. And that actually ended up becoming their strong suit, which helped propel them much further, in the future. But, that was something I did early on. But one thing you may not know that also happened early on for Chainlink was that Tika Tiwari included Chainlink very early on as one of his top picks. I believe it probably was one of his 5 coins to 5 million at some point. A lot of people, they, listen to Tika Tiwari. They like what he says, his Palm Beach research. I mean, love or hate the guy, his research is bar none. It is really, really good. And so what happened is early on, a lot of the Chainlink Marines came over from Tika Tiwari. Those guys bought Chainlink at such low prices, and they are such gigantic whales that if they were to ever sell, it would be a big problem. It could drastically affect the Chainlink price. Now, here's the thing about it. That may be going on right now from one person. So the story goes like this. There is a Chainlink whale that has had millions of Chainlink and has been selling off this Chainlink for weeks now, ever since the price hit all-time highs. And I don't have access to the wallet right now. I can't find the message where somebody sent to me. I did some research. It definitely all seems legit. And they were selling Chainlink at astounding rates every single day. 500,000 Chainlink a day they've been selling, and this has been going on for weeks and weeks and weeks. That's why there was an article recently written on, I think, AMB Crypto, I can't remember the name of the news site, but talking about how Chainlink was getting ready to break down. Well, it wasn't just because the technicals were pointing that way. It's because the technicals were being drugged down by, guess what? We love it, right? It happens all the time. Price manipulation. We were seeing that with Chainlink. But here's the thing. Here is the dawn. The dawn is coming. The light at the end of the tunnel, if you will. This wallet is down to 1 million Chainlink only. Probably a very early investor, an early whale, maybe from Palm Beach Confidential originally, and now down to 1 million Chainlink. Maybe by the time of this recording, they're already down to 500,000. Here's what I'm telling you. There has been severe price manipulation on Chainlink, suppressing the price and keeping it from getting to where it needs to go. But that time is running nigh. That time is running short. This wallet is running out of Chainlink to sell. After tomorrow, they will no longer be able to push the price down. Now, coincidentally, we're looking at a lot of bullish action for Bitcoin and Ethereum. And so naturally, the crypto markets are about to get a boost, thanks to the stimulus package, or at least the, confirmation of it. And then eventually when the checks get printed and sent out, or digitally sent, if you will, direct deposit. So here's what I'm telling you. If there were one coin right now, I would be looking to load up on in the short term, it would be Chainlink. I actually recently set up today some wallets for all my kids. And my daughter, I asked her which one she wanted to be in. And she said, well, Dad, I heard you talking about Chainlink this morning. I want Chainlink. I said, that's a good pick. So if I love my daughter enough to give her Chainlink, then I love you guys enough to tell you the Chainlink is probably going to have an epic week. I would be looking for the price of Chainlink to be somewhere around $50 in the next month. Similar run to what Cardano recently had. I expect one of those for Chainlink. So that's a focus of me right now, is putting money into Chainlink. So giving you a little bit of the history behind Chainlink, and it'll catch you up a little bit with what exactly is going on right now that is making me extremely bullish. Basically, the wallet that has been suppressing the price is running out of funds, and it could be moon time. So let me know what your Chainlink price predictions are. Make sure to drop those down below. We'll be back tomorrow with a new live stream. You guys like my new Braves hat? Pretty slick, huh? Pretty slick. Knew you guys would like that. That's the A. Y'all know how it is. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Drop those price predictions below. That's all I got. Be blessed. Big boy out.